I actually think it's going to happen pretty quickly. In fact, I believe about a third of all readers have already upgraded over the last year. And the reason is simple. We're about $10 billion of card loss in 2015. And it's growing out of control. So these chip cards are a lot harder to copy. And now the liability shift, what it does is, unless the retailer upgrades their reader, they take on the liability of that card fraud. So the largest retailers who, of course, have the most to lose and gain if they upgrade, so they're upgrading the fastest. The smaller retailers, a lot of them haven't heard about it yet. They're starting to hear about it now, and of course the banks are reacting by issuing chip cards as fast as they can, because the liability shifts to the bank if the retailer upgrades, and then the liability balances again when the card issuer issues a chip card.
Is this accelerating your business? Is this making retailers move faster towards some of these mobile-friendly and digital solutions, since it all tends to be packaged together?
Well, definitely accelerating our business. I think it's accelerating anyone who's creating a card reader. One that reads chip cards, that is. You can't really find a magstripe-only card reader anymore. But more importantly, it's actually accelerating technology in retail environments. We're kind of leapfrogging the world. We're the last to adopt chip card technology in the U.S., unfortunately, but now we have the opportunity to leapfrog. So, for example, there are no terminals that don't accept Apple Pay and Android Pay anymore. So by adopting a chip card reader, you're also buying an NFC reader. So over the next 3 years, I expect us to get to 95% of all readers everywhere have both chip card reading as well as NFC, or the ability to accept Apple Pay and Android Pay.
At the time, though,
I think go ahead.
While we're mitigating some of the risks themselves are multiplying. Personally, all of my cards are now chip cards, not because I went out and got them myself, but because sadly all of those cards had been defrauded by some retailer or some point of sale system in the last year. I'm just wondering how you think we go about making the experience safer for the consumer online, protecting retailer databases. There just seem to be so many other ways beyond chips that your information is at risk.
Absolutely. I think you make a really good point about online. So if we have chip cards in the physical world, well, doesn't that push fraud online, where all I have to do is enter the numbers again? And yes, that is a problem. The good news is, around a year and a half ago, the industry also started adopting tokens, or the idea that you don't have to share your actual card number online. And in fact, when integrated into Google Wallet or Apple Pay, the Apple Pay button on the phone, you're actually not sharing your actual card number anymore, you're sharing a token. So I expect now that chip cards are becoming the standard. EMV is the underlying technology. It makes way for tokens to be used online. And I think that'll reduce online fraud significantly.